Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. I had to think about what day it was, right? Happy Thursday. This week is going by super fast. So anyway, my name is Pinique Singleton from connectwithpinique.com. Welcome to this morning's episode of If You Woke Up, You're Winning. Thank you all for joining me on this beautiful Thursday morning. So this morning, I forgot all that yesterday. If y'all watched my video yesterday, I introduced myself. I didn't say welcome to if you woke up, you're winning. I ain't say none of that. I guess I was really excited about that message. But anyway, today's topic is, are you growing or are you just getting older? Right? Are you growing or are you just aging? And the reason I'm asking that is because growth has to be intentional, right? Everybody ages, from yesterday to today. You're a little bit older today than you were yesterday, right? And like when you're a kid, you get taller automatically. Like most of us that are watching this, we're adults, right? So we're not necessarily like growing in stature. We're not getting taller or anything like that, but we're getting older. And some people joke when we're adults and they say, well, I'm not getting older, I'm just getting wiser. But are you really getting wiser? That's the question. Like, are you being intentional about getting wiser, getting smarter, getting better? Are you learning new things every single day? And that's what I want to know, because see, that doesn't happen automatically. Just because you get older, just because you make it another year, that doesn't mean you've learned anything new. That doesn't mean you've grown and developed as a person. That just means you got older. That just means you made it another day. You made it another year. So what I want to tell you today is you've got to be intentional about your learning and your personal growth and development. If you talk to anyone that's successful, they're going to tell you that personal development was a huge part of them getting where they are today. I promise you, every single successful person will tell you that, all right? So my question is, when's the last time that you learned something new, right? And when I say learn something new, now I mean learn something, not like, well, I heard such and such is pregnant. That's not learning something. That's you heard something, right? But I'm talking about, when did you learn something that's going to help you reach your goals? When did you learn something that's going to improve where you are in life, that's going to improve the person that you are? And you should be thinking about this, every single day. Because remember, before I talked about you should be reflecting at the end of every night, right? You should write down, 1 to 3 things that went well, 1 to 3 things that you might want to improve on, and 1 to 3 new things that you're thankful for every night. So also you might want to write down 1 to 3 new things that you learned. And that's one way you can start making sure that you are intentionally learning something every single day. So some of you guys might be like, well, how do I do that? Well, and I talked about this a little bit on the midday motivational call I did Monday. So I'm not going to recap every single thing. But I will say, you can learn by reading. And I know some of y'all like, I got to read a book. I know some of y'all graduated from college and you said you weren't ever going to read again. I get it. That was me, right? I didn't read a book for over 10 years. I'm not going to lie to you. I was excited that I didn't have to read. However, now I know that since my growth and my learning needs to be intentional, I got to read. And if you don't like to read, get an audio book, But if you do get an audio book, get somewhere quiet and listen to it. Don't just have it playing while you're trying to fix dinner and get the kids ready for bed and all that type of stuff. Really sit down somewhere and listen to it. Or maybe in your car on the drive home, that's a good time to listen, get an audio book and learn some things. But I like to do it at home so that I can write down and take notes, right? Even when I'm reading a book, I have a highlighter so I can highlight some important points, because I don't want to just read it. I want to remember it. I want to retain it. I want to go back to it, because that's how you really learn and grow, right? You can't just skim over it and expect to learn something, right? Another way to learn that a lot of people don't think about is getting around somebody that's where you want to be, and ask them some intentional questions. I know a lot of people, they just say, well, I just want to be in a room with a millionaire. I just want to touch their shoulder. I want to take a selfie with them. I'm not saying you can't take a selfie with them, but my thing is, ask them a question. How did you get to where you are? What activities do you do? Take those few moments that you have with that person and learn from them. And that's going to help you to grow, right? That's going to help you to develop. So you got to be intentional about the things you do. There's this quote by Jim Rohn that says, formal education will make you a living, but self-education will make you a fortune. Okay? And so why is that? Because when you self-educate, first of all, you're looking at books, resources, and tools that are geared towards your specific goal, right? Like sometimes in school, you learn stuff that you don't really need in real life. Like I still have yet to use an isosceles triangle. I don't even know why I had to learn that. I don't know, right? And I'm not saying anything against school, because I know some of y'all have y'all kids watching. So kids, if y'all watching this, yes, y'all have to go to school. Yes, y'all have to get good grades, okay? But after school, you still got to keep learning and reading. That's all I'm saying, all right? So I had to put that disclaimer for the kids, because I know somebody was ready to tell their mom that they didn't want to go to school. No, you have to go to school. But for those of you all who are adults and you are out of school, you got to keep learning, and you have to keep reading and working towards your goal, okay? So let's see, what else was I going to say? I wrote down some notes. So I was reading this book recently called The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. And this is by John Maxwell, right? And let me just read y'all a couple of the things, a couple of the traits between intentional growth and accidental growth. Because see, when you accidentally grow, you're one of those people that says, I'm going to plan to start tomorrow, right? But when you're focused and intentional about your growth, you're going to start today. No matter what happens today, you're going to start today, right? Accidental growth, you learn from, let me see. I'm sorry. Okay, so you plan to start tomorrow. Another thing, accidental growth is just somebody maybe that you talk a lot. You know, you have a lot of conversation about what you're going to do, but you don't ever do it. But somebody that's intentional about your growth, you just do it, right? You don't do a lot of talking. You move into action, right? And that's where you have to be. If you want anything to happen, you have to move into that action mode, because if you don't move into action mode, you're always going to be in reaction mode, right? So if you don't get ready and prepare yourself before something happens, you're always going to be reacting to something that happened, right? So another thing, another difference between accidental growth and intentional growth is accidental growth happens, you know, people play it safe, but intentional growth, you take risks. You are on purpose trying something that may or may not work, but you know how important it is to grow, so you try it and you take that risk. And there's all kinds of things. I'm not going to read all of these, but those are just some examples, ladies and gentlemen. So today's topic, today's takeaway is be intentional and grow on purpose. Don't just get older. You know, don't just age from day to day. Get wiser, get smarter, get better, and improve upon who you are. You want to be better today than you were yesterday, better next week than you were this week, better next month than you were last month, and so on and so on. All right, so hopefully this has helped somebody, and I'm gonna get out of here. You know, so if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and share so other people can benefit from this information. I appreciate y'all joining me this morning. I see Beth on here, I see Troy, Dion, Leroy, Tisha. I appreciate y'all jumping on this morning. Anybody I missed, I apologize. I'm trying to scroll. My phone is a little crazy. But I appreciate anybody catching the replay as well. Now, y'all get off of Facebook and y'all get out here and be great on purpose and be intentional about your growth in your development today. All right? All right. I'll see y'all first thing tomorrow morning. Same time, same place, 6:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right? See y'all tomorrow. Have an awesome and amazing Thursday.